Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. You guys know how unpredictable the NFL can be, right? One moment your team's defense is solid, and the next, it's in shambles because of one key injury or a bad matchup. The NFC East in particular has been a tight race for the past few seasons, with each team trying to find that edge to push them over the top. And right now, the Washington Commanders are positioning themselves for a serious shakeup, potentially making a bold move that could redefine their defensive strength and overall competitiveness. Reports are swirling around that Washington is in serious talks to acquire Antoine Winfield Jr. from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yep, that's right, a player who has been one of the most versatile and impactful safeties in the league. This potential trade could be a game-changer, especially considering the current state of the Commanders' defense and their strategic direction moving forward. As of now, the Bucs sit at 3-5, and it's clear that their season isn't unfolding quite as they hoped. With Baker Mayfield's regression, their offense has struggled to find consistency, and their defense, which used to be a strength, has been giving up an average of 25 points per game after some key injuries on the back end. Insider sources suggest that Tampa might be looking to trade Winfield Jr., freeing up around $18 million in cap space for the team. That money could go toward bolstering their offensive line or adding more weapons for Mayfield, as they try to rebound from their current slump. Meanwhile, Tampa's defense, which has been so solid in past seasons, is now facing challenges, partly due to injuries and a lack of depth. So it's not surprising that they're considering this move, especially if they can get some valuable draft capital in return. For the Commanders, acquiring Antoine Winfield Jr. could be a perfect fit. This guy isn't just your average safety. He's a hybrid player who can cover, blitz, and make plays all over the field. His ability to play the slot, cover tight ends, or step into the box and help against the run makes him one of the most versatile safeties in the league right now. And that kind of versatility is exactly what Washington needs to solidify their secondary, which has been a bit vulnerable, especially against mobile quarterbacks in the NFC East. Looking at Winfield's stats for 2025, they're impressive. He's already snagged 5 interceptions, which is a huge number for a safety, along with 15 pass deflections. His tackling has also been solid, 68 tackles so far with a PFF grade of 91. 8, which puts him among the best at his position. Despite a shoulder injury in Week 6, he's shown resilience and high-level play. Overall, he's accumulated 12 interceptions and 48 pass deflections in his career, with a tackle success rate of 78%. His EPA per target sits at -0.38, which indicates he's a real difference maker when on the field. Now, Tampa's cap hit for Winfield Jr. is around $15 million, and they're clearly shifting toward a rebuilding phase focused on their offense after some scheme failures under Bowles, especially with their dip in performance expected in 2024. On the other hand, the Commanders have been trying to build a more dominant, sustainable defense, especially under head coach Ron Rivera and defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio. Adding a player like Winfield could be exactly the piece they need to push their defense from being good to elite. If this trade happens, the impact on the Commanders could be significant. Winfield's presence would not only improve their pass defense, but also reduce big plays allowed. They might see a decrease of around 20% in explosive plays given his ball skills and coverage ability. Plus, his ability to tackle efficiently at just 2 yards per tackle, compared to the league average of 3. 4 yards means he's excellent at limiting yards after contact, which is crucial against the run-heavy offenses in the NFC East. This move could also boost the overall turnover rate for Washington. Expect around 8 more takeaways this season, similar to what the Cowboys saw with Trevon Diggs' impact in 2025, who added roughly 10 pass deflections and turnovers. Winfield's knack for creating turnovers, particularly in man coverage situations, where PFF ranks his effectiveness at plus 18%, could be exactly what the Commanders need to elevate their defense to a top-tier level. Their ranking could jump from 8 to 2 nationally, making them one of the most feared defenses in the league. capable of shutting down even the most explosive offenses. And let's not forget the playoff implications. Washington's odds to reach the Super Bowl could shift dramatically, from around plus 2,800 to plus 1,100 if they secure a player of Winfield Jr.'s caliber. His experience and playmaking ability could be the dagger in tight playoff games, especially in high-pressure situations where his versatility and instinct come into play. His presence might be the difference-maker in close games, giving the Commanders a better shot at making deep runs in January. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade actually happens, but the signs point toward a serious possibility. It would be a bold statement by the Commanders, signaling their intent to compete at the highest level and to build a defense that can carry them deep into the postseason. With the NFC East so competitive, every game is a battle. The addition of a player like Winfield Jr. could be the missing piece that puts Washington over the top. Now, it's worth mentioning that this kind of move aligns with the team's current philosophy. Under Ron Rivera, the emphasis has been on building a balanced, aggressive defense that can adapt to different offensive schemes. Winfield's versatility fits perfectly into that mold. His ability to play multiple positions in the secondary means the Commanders can be more flexible with their coverage schemes, especially against mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts or Daniel Jones, who are wreaking havoc on defenses across the division. And what about the long term? Winfield Jr. is still in his prime with plenty of years ahead of him. If Washington manages to lock him down in a long-term deal, it could be a cornerstone for their secondary for years to come. It's a move that speaks to their commitment to winning now while investing in their future. Plus, with the team's cap space and draft capital, they seem well positioned to make this happen without sacrificing too much in other areas. As fans, we all want to see our team making bold moves, right? And this trade could be exactly that, a statement that the Commanders are serious about contending, about competing with the best in the league and finally turning that corner to become a real playoff contender. Catching a player like Winfield Jr. would energize the fan base and send a message to every NFC East rival that Washington is not just here to participate but to dominate. So what do you guys think? Is this the move that puts Washington on the map as a defensive powerhouse? Do you believe Winfield Jr. could be the key to unlocking their full potential? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Washington Commanders news. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.